The very foundation of journalism is built on trust. But when it comes to mainstream journalism in the current year, that trust is hanging on for dear life. Journalists are supposed to be the gatekeepers of truth, but too many don't take this seriously and instead lie and misrepresent for their own agendas. And in all honesty, it's funny to watch them do it, but it kind of sucks for those that just want to know what's going on from an objective lens. Take Alyssa Mercante, for example. One of the worst journalists I think I've ever seen on one of the worst gaming journalist sites the internet has to offer. This is the same woman that ran cover for Sweet Baby Inc. a few months ago, trying to get people to dox their information in the Sweet Baby Inc. Detected Discord. More recently, Alyssa Mercante decided it would be a good idea to misrepresent what Alex Koshlikov said in an interview revolving around the game Farm Folks, where he supposedly said, if you're having problems with our characters, look for help. Maybe go and date a woman or something like that, because this is not our goal. We don't want to attract people that are attracted to only these body parts. Now, if you're wondering what the heck is being talked about here, it's jiggle physics. You know, that terrible thing that gratifies the male gaze or whatever. Alyssa Mercante framed the quote in a way to suggest that the CEO was against jiggle physics. And to go even further, she posted that it was naive of the CEO to try and not be political in today's climate. Now at this point, this story has blown so far out of proportion that Alex Koshlikov took it upon himself to post what was actually said. Here, Alyssa Mercante said that she recorded their entire conversation and went over it with transcription. But here, Alex is asking for the recording. Why the heck would you mention a recording of the conversation if you never shared it with the person you interviewed to begin with? That is a spectacular display of journalism. So because of the excellent work that this journalist did, Alex Koshlikov began to get harassed for what was said, even though it was misrepresented. He keeps on trying to get her to clarify what he said in the article, and he's very patient in doing so. God bless him for that. I'm not sure if I would have been as patient if someone misrepresented what I said, and I started to get flack for it. At the end of their conversation, Alyssa Mercante said,
I am not a service. You do not get to dictate to me how I represent you. Goodbye.
This is probably one of the most infuriating things I've read from her so far. Trust me, that says a lot because this is the same woman that thinks that you can't be racist towards white people. This reminds me of when Brendan Eich was thrown into the ringer a decade ago because of making donations to anti-gay causes. And what did you have? You had journal sites like Slate saying, if you're against gay marriage, you're a bad CEO. Very objective journalism. Mind you, this is the same guy that managed to create JavaScript in 10 days, but I digress. Alyssa Mercante engaged in activist character assassination while covering it up as journalism. And what's crazy is that even hard-left organizations like the Society of Professional Journalists recognize that you need to allow people to respond to criticism or allegations of wrongdoing. In the end, Alyssa Mercante ended up clarifying what Alex Koshlikov actually said, but that only happened after getting a total backlash for what she did. I wish that was the happily ever after to the story, but it's not. One YouTuber by the name of Smash JT covered the mess that Alyssa Mercante made with her story regarding Alex Koshlikov. Smash JT went even further and exposed Alyssa Mercante's cam girl past. I'm not even really surprised at this point. He started a campaign to shut down Kotaku for good because of their terrible activist journalism, and I couldn't agree more. The campaign is pretty close to its goal, and who knows, maybe it's even reached it by now. But when Alyssa Mercante caught wind of this,
Anyway, I found your wife's Facebook and asked what she thinks about the husband of her children harassing women online and laughing when they share that someone they're supporting has been threatening to kill them for weeks. Hi, I'm reaching out because I just want you to be aware of the fact that your husband and father of your children is sending heaps of harassment towards women, myself included, and other folks on social media over video games. He's writing articles about me, making videos about me, and even made a petition about me. Today, he shared a post from a man who has been threatening to execute me in virtual reality for weeks. A man who has photoshopped himself pointing guns at me and blood on my face. When I pointed this out to your husband, he deleted his post. He then commented jokingly on a post I made about him platforming a violent man by sharing the petition he's made to end the website I work for. I can't speak to the nature of your relationship or what kind of a father he is, but I certainly wouldn't want my partner harassing women online over video games and platforming the people that are threatening to kill them. It seems like something he shouldn't be so invested in at his age. Have a good one.
Now, the person she's referring to about executing her in virtual reality is this guy, apparently. SmashJT deleted his retweet, but as you know with these types, nothing is ever enough. Things get a lot worse from here.
You and your ilk are sending harassment towards countless people for clout. That man could kill someone, and you're emboldening him. I truly wish nothing but the worst for you for the rest of your miserable life. You're a 45-year-old man. Look at what you're doing with your life.
This is a deranged lunatic in action. Nothing's off the table for her. And this is the same person that constantly whines about harassment. So she makes a failing defense of herself after all of this came to light, saying what she did was alright. And then she invites people to contact her family. Great idea, right? Nothing insanely idiotic there.
Yes.
Yeah, so she ended up getting doxxed herself. Doxing in and of itself is terrible and it shouldn't be done to anyone. So I actually feel a little bit sorry of Alyssa Mercante there. But only a little bit. She dared the people of Twitter to contact her family. You're practically begging for trouble at that point. Never ever underestimate how far people will go to dig up details on you or your family on the internet. And that goes especially for Twitter. Now let's go back to Alyssa Mercante's tweet about doxing. Here she reiterates that there's nothing wrong with sending a polite DM, even if it's towards someone's family that has nothing to do with your personal drama. So someone else took the Kotaku journalist at her word and created a site named after her sister, Alyssa Mercante. The person behind creating the site allegedly emailed Alyssa and her sister, asking why it was okay to contact SmashJT's wife. While I'm no fan of contacting anyone's family, the hypocrisy that came after was nothing short of hilarious.
Explain to me how paying for a domain name for one of my family members and then emailing her from that is even remotely comparable to a polite DM.
It doesn't just stop there. Alyssa Mercante then tries to go for the angle of, it was just jokes, bro. Don't you see I was just joking, bro? Well, not really. SmashJT took a page out of the Sweet Baby Inc. Detective playbook and created something similar named Kotaku Detected. It's a great resource of some influential people that contributed to the absolutely horrendous state of gaming journalism today. Alyssa Mercante, of course, didn't like that very much, and in fact, she hated it so much that she not only celebrated when activists got Wix to shut the site down, she's also looking into suing him. Like bro, where's the joke in this? The information on SmashJT's site is public. All he did was compile it together into one place. He didn't do anything wrong, and thankfully Wix realized that too and got it reinstated. So, Alyssa Mercante, activist posing as a journalist, takes yet another L.
Just keep throwing these lawsuit threats out there. Like, dude, just do your job. Like, cover the games. Focus on that. Do it right. And no one's gonna have any issues.